Fair warning, this video is 19 minutes long. So if you're kicking it with the jam-packed cookers, kick back, get you a snack and relax. But if not, move your ass on.
Hey, what's going on, good people? Welcome back to another episode of Jam-Packed Cooking. It's your boy, Chef Ray, Mr. Money, and happy holidays. Today, we gonna do some good old barbecue, baby. Good old brisket and ribs, competition style, in backyard style. And you gonna let me know which one you like the most. When you're trying to win them trophies though, you can't have it falling all off the bone, baby. But I'll tell you all about it. This is another episode of Jam-Packed Cooking. Let's eat edition 20. All right, so here we are. It's the holidays, it's cold outside, and we've been preparing for these competitions. We're doing a lot of comps. I got a whole pack of brisket right here. We're gonna do a little trimming on this brisket, because we don't need all the fat, but don't go too crazy because everybody know fat equals flavor. So up top, automatically starting off, you got this Decker fat. This is not gonna cook down. It's gonna be real rubbery, and it's just gonna be in your way of making you a good old sandwich or getting a good slice of brisket for the judges. So let's take that off. That's just pure fat, 100% fat. Look at that, just like that. We don't need all that. It's enough fat in here. So just with the same scenario, we're gonna clean up the top just a little bit. You wanna make sure you got a sharp blade, and this brisket have a membrane up top. You wanna glide your blade right over the meat and keep tension on the membrane. It should come straight out just like that. Stuff that's not needed, it's gonna get up under there and give us some good bark. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this top part up. You wanna try not to go deep in your meat. You don't wanna leave dents and marks all on your meat, especially when you're trying to win these trophies. Because the judges judge you off of presentation, and you gotta think they've been doing this for years. They've seen all types of stuff come through there. So they know if you're trying to pull one over on them. I'm showing you around a way how to prepare a brisket, a whole pack of brisket. And this is choice. It's not nothing too special. It's not a Wagyu or something like that. But if you was doing competition, you definitely want to step it up a notch and spend the extra coins so you can bring home the bacon, baby. You got to have your beef right to bring home the bacon. So that's that. It's looking pretty good. Let's give it a turn. On this side up here on this point, it's gonna help on your bark. The rest of that fat gonna cook down, and it'll help get that rub into the meat. So I'm gonna get the rest of this trimmed up, and I'll bring you right back and show you how we apply our rub to this brisket. All right, that's about it. You got all this meat here that's gonna give you some great slicing. And look how much fat I left up there. Maybe a quarter, about a half an inch thick. That's what you want. You'll see how it turned out in the cook. So let's get this turned over and let's get some glue on it. A lot of you barbecue guys know exactly what I'm talking about when I say glue. What I have learned when you're dealing with this, when you're smoking meat, especially beef, you do not want to do a lot of oil. You use oil for your glue because it stops the penetration of your seasoning. So we're gonna go with just some yellow table mustard. If it was open, we definitely would go with it. So let's get it open right quick. Some yellow mustard. If I had to guess, that's gonna be 2 tablespoons. Rub it in, because we're using it for glue, point intended. It's gonna help the seasoning stick, and this yellow mustard, it definitely will help on the tenderizer process, believe it or not. In the barbecue world, 2 things you need. Help, you're gonna need some magic dust. Simple as that. Get you some help and get you some magic dust. You already got the time, just take it, look. So we're going right over with an even coat of our magic dust. BigSmokeysBarbecue.com for your magic dust. And you wanna get all the exposed meat. Don't leave none of the exposed meat untouched with this magic dust, all right? You can go on liberally, you can go on pretty heavy because this is a big cut of meat. As you can see, it's not just an average piece of steak on the table, baby. This is the big boy. This is a brisket, baby. The brisket. All on the sides, you want to make sure you're getting that meat. It's definitely absorbing the flavor. Don't forget about down here. Don't leave them out down now. Don't go rubbing all on your brisket after you do that. I know it's called a rub, but trust me, you want to press. You want to give it a press. Make sure your seasoning make sure it's getting all attached to this meat real good. And don't just do one side. Flip her over. And I know being from Texas, they're like, yeah, they don't use a lot of rub. It's salt and pepper. Okay. If that's what you want to do, go right ahead. Salt and pepper your way and try to bring home the trophies. I don't think salt and pepper is gonna bring home the trophies, baby. All right, so there it is. Now what you wanna do, you wanna let this sit and let the rub liquefy and the meat and the rub become one. I'm gonna change my glove. I did the same process to a rack of spare ribs. I got a couple rack of spare ribs that's going on today for this competition style cook. And I got this brisket, a whole pack of brisket. When I say whole pack of brisket, this is what I'm talking about. I'm gonna explain this real quick. This part here, you can tell it's like a fat part that runs through here, and it separates the flat, which will be that's gonna give you more lean, and then your point. It's gonna be more for your chop, your burnt ends, and so on. But this is what it is. If you wanna check out what I did to the spare ribs, I'll leave the link to that video down in the description. You can watch it step by step on how to prepare these ribs for competition / backyard style for the consumer or the judge. Let's let this brisket rest. One more step before I let this brisket rest that I like to do. On the meat part up, you wanna hit it with an even coat of course freshly ground black pepper. We gotta get this grill fired up. We're doing it low and slow on an offset stick burner. I'm not knocking your gas and all that, but this is the original way of cooking this meat. When you say I got barbecue, we smoking 250, 260 per pound until it's done, baby. Tender, juicy. It's gonna be bonito, muy bonito today. So let's let this brisket rest. I'm finna get the grill fired up. We'll bring you back when I'm out there. Hi, good people. So here we are out here at the smoker. Let me show you what we got going on back here. When you're smoking this meat, you always want to make sure. I set this fire. This fire been going for about an hour now, and the grill came up. The grill is about 275, which is higher than what I wanted, but I don't mind starting off a little bit higher because it's such a long cook. This is about I want to say a 9 or 10 pound brisket that we putting on. I got the inlet about 50% and the out about 50%. On this smoker, let me show you what I got going on. I'm gonna go ahead and open it. So as you can see, the smoke it's not black smoke. It's not just pure white smoke, but it's almost like a soft bluish gray. And over here, if you come in here, you can see where I set me a water pan up at. And in my water pan, this is something I've been doing for years. I season my water, and I know it sound, but it's gonna bring home the trophies. Put this in your smoker and your grill. Make sure you get your water on. I got onions, peppers, celery, and all that in there, but that's something you learn over the years. So we got this grill up to temperature. I'm gonna close it so we won't lose heat, because you know when you're looking, you ain't cooking, baby. Let's go. Right here, come in here, look at this brisket. You see me hit it at the last minute with that coarse freshly ground black pepper. And all that seasoning and rub have just liquefied. Look at that magic dust. It's bonito, it's beautiful on there. On this brisket, you're gonna wanna get the point side towards your fire. And I know you hear that sizzle, them grates hot. Make sure you shape it up, because the way you put this brisket on is the way it's gonna cook. So however you want your meat to start shaping up and looking, make sure you shape it up just like that. All right, so now that we got our brisket on, let's get our ribs on. And we're gonna start this rib about meat side down. We're going about 260 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's gonna be an hour per pound. So if your brisket 10 pounds, you got a 10-hour cook, baby. Don't rush it, low and slow. We wanna bring it up to about 200. Internal temperature is 200 degrees Fahrenheit. And we'll see if we got it where we want it at We'll come out and hit it with the spritz or the mop, whatever you know it as, every hour. Now that we got everything done, everything put on the grill, and it's been on for about 5 or 10 minutes just to make sure we steady. And like I say, it's cold out here today. We're not even in the meat yet, and look what it's reading. 55, 57 degrees already. So the third component that you're gonna need when you enter into these competitions and all that, coffee. Make sure you get you some coffee. Once again, because it's cold as hell. All right, look, so what we wanna do is, let's get our meat probe in. Get it in the thickest part of the meat, about 50% of the way in. And there you go. She's coming up like a baby. She already at 77. You don't want to rush this. This is a low and slow cook. Now, I'm not doing no promotion for this type of thermometer for these people because they ain't called me. But when they do, I'll let you know what kind of thermometer I use. Until then, get yourself a meat thermometer that can keep the temperature of your meat. And this one's gonna let you get a little sleep, a little rest, just so we can be in the know. All right, so right now we're at 77. We wanna low and slow, baby. I'll bring you back in about, we're gonna be on about a few hours, and we're gonna come out every hour and hit it with our mist, the magic mist. I'll let you know what it is in a minute. Let's go, baby. All right, so it's been about an hour now. Let's see what we looking like. Oh yeah, just like that, baby, low and slow. So now it's time to start mopping this meat, because as you can see, look here. The top of this meat, since it's smoking low and slow at this temperature, it'll get to drying out on you. And your bark will get all dry. You won't have a good bark. This is gonna help with that bark. I'll leave the recipe for this mop down in the description. But you wanna make sure you keep the moisture up in this grill, in this smoker rather. But you see it's starting to take on that good brown, that mahogany barbecue color. About another hour, low and slow. So we have waited. It's been all day. We went low and slow, baby. Once again, happy holidays. Look what we got, baby. Spare ribs. We trimmed them up just a little bit, left a little bit of the tip on just for extra meat. And I'm gonna show you how to put a slice on those, but this is what it's all about today. Come here. I'm gonna leave a video to show you how to do these ribs down in the description. From A to Z. You'll know how to make these delicioso ribs. All right, so check this out. This is what it's all about today, baby. Being from Texas, we love our beef. And look, yeah, it's got the jiggly juice on this thing. It's ready, baby. So let's go ahead, because my mouth is watering. Things is getting real. It's getting real. He says it's getting real crazy out here now. Make sure your knife slides from A to Z, from the front of your brisket to the back of your brisket. You wanna be able to reach across. So look, let me show you how to slice this brisket against the grain. You can see that this grain is running. The grain is running this way. I don't know if you can see it, but I can tell it's been, maybe it's just, I can tell. All right. So we want to slice this brisket against the grain. Now starting out, I like to go ahead and get this out the way. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. Look at the smoke ring, baby. Look at that. It's got the smoke ring from being smoked low and slow. It's got the little fat right here that we left trimmed up just a little bit. So let's go ahead and get into this brisket, all right? I'm gonna go ahead and half-in this for you so you can see what we got. I know, baby, look at it. When you press down, you got the juiciness. And of course, I bark. Look at this bark. This ain't burnt. If you know what you're talking about, this is bark. Our bark got the crustification, baby. So we're gonna get us some nice slices at this point. This is where your fatty gonna come in at. I told you, this is some of the best eating right here. All your burnt ends and all that. So look, right now I want you to leave a comment and tell me what I did wrong on them slices. Take a look at these slices and tell me what I did wrong. The grain is running like this. That's more of a chew. It's gonna make it, even if you got your brisket tender, it's gonna make it seem like it's not because of the way you sliced it. Now look here. Pull your piece out. You got to do the bend test. Make sure it bends over that knife. It can touch the two ends without it falling apart. Big Smokeys, BBQ.com. Get you some of this brisket right to your front door, baby. Get you some lean, it's the same thing, baby. You see this here? Come here. Look at that. Let's lay it down and examine what we got. Smoke ring, the lean part of the brisket. Just a little bit of that fat's peeking through with the bark. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. That's gonna be delicious. Matter of fact, let's taste this brisket. I can't wait no longer. Come here. That's gonna be a serious sandwich. I just want to pull these out to show my jam-packed cookers how we doing it over here at Big Smokeys. You should be able to take a bite out of this rib and not pull the whole thing off. It should leave a nice teeth mark, and it should be muy bonito, very beautiful. So let's see if we can get that. Come here, I gotta try them out right now. Come here. That's what you want. Look. And you see where your bones start turning? You want to take your time to let you know that your meat is not overcooked. It's just right. Now they falling off the bone, but they not mushy. Look at that. You can't tell me that these ribs ain't coming right off the bone. This is somewhat a roundabout of what our box would look like if we was turning it into a judge. Out of a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna rate this box about a 5 or 6. Just because we didn't take our time with it on the comp. When we trying to bring home, we want to bring home, when we bring home the trophies, we take our time, we finesse it, and we dress it. But like I said, I just want to point y'all in the right direction so you won't be paddling backwards. You hear me? So check it out, Jam Pack Cookers. Let's see what we got in our box. We got a few slices, and we got the burnt end. The slices that's where you're gonna get your more of your lean with your seasoning smoke ring and the little fat strip up top. That's very good. But back here, the burnt ends is where you're gonna get your fatty. You're gonna get your melt in your mouth, crispification from the burnt ends. Oh man, you got to try this out. So listen, right now I want you to go to Big Smokeys, BBQsmoke.com. Order you one of these briskets. Try it out first. Don't forget to purchase your magic dust. We're running a special for the holidays. Site-wide. T-shirts, everything is on sale. Check it out. Make sure you go get you a brisket and some magic dust so you can do your very own. And don't forget the sauce. You need the sauce. Check out the rib video. You need the sauce. This stuff is delicioso. It's me, Mr. Money Chef Ray. I appreciate you for watching. I love you for watching. And until next time, y'all smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell. Cause we always jamming and cooking, baby. Peace and love. Go try this out.